Hi, my name is Alex, and in this video I will be talking about the sport of lacrosse. I will cover the history of the sport and where it originated, the various positions, and their objectives during the game. Lacrosse is a traditional Native American game. Playing lacrosse was used as a way to resolve minor conflicts between tribes that were not worth going to war. These games could last several days, and as many as 100 to 1,000 men from opposing villages or tribes played on open plains where the field of play ranged from 500 yards to several miles. The first Europeans to observe it were French missionaries in the St. Lawrence Valley in the 1630s. The name lacrosse comes from the descriptions of the player's sticks as like a bishop's crozier, which is translated to lacrosse in French. In the Great Lakes region, players used an entirely wooden stick, while the Iroquois stick was longer and laced with string, and in the southeastern tribes, they played with the shorter stick, one in each hand. In 1867, Montreal Lacrosse Club member William George Beer created the modern game. He established the Canadian Lacrosse Association, and with it the official rules and regulations. There are 4 positions on a lacrosse team. You have the goalie, his defensemen, midfielders, and finally attackmen. The goalie's responsibility is to prevent the opposition from scoring by directly defending their team's net. Goalkeepers have special privileges when they are in their crease. Offensive players may not play the ball or goalie while he is in the crease. It's fair game when he leaves it, though. The goalie also has a much wider stick, allowing for easier saves. Next, you have defensemen. These players are given much longer sticks, which helps for checking and intercepting passes. 3 defenders are allowed on the field at once and cannot cross the midline. Midfielders contribute offensively and defensively and are allowed to play on the entire field. There are 3 middies allowed on the field at once, and they use short lacrosse sticks. One also has the option to use a long defender's pole, referred to as an LSM or long stick middy. And finally, you have the attackmen. These players stay on the offensive side and generate most of your team's points. Attackmen use short sticks like the middies. Now I will be talking about the rules of lacrosse. Field lacrosse involves 2 teams, each competing to shoot a lacrosse ball into the opposing team's goal. Each team plays with 10 players on the field at one time, a goalie, 3 defenders, 3 middies, and 3 attackmen, but I will get into the rules in a little bit. Players are required to wear a helmet, gloves, elbow pads, and a chest protector that all meet standard regulation. A lacrosse field is 110 yards in length and 60 yards wide. The goals are positioned 80 yards from one another on opposite ends of the field. Surrounding each goal is a circular area known as the crease. The opposing team is not allowed in the goalie's crease, and if violated, the ball will get turned over to the defending team. Field markings dictate player positioning during a face-off. A face-off is how play is started at the beginning of each game, each quarter, and when a goal is scored. Each quarter is 15 minutes long, with a halftime intermission after 2 quarters. 4 players must stay on the defensive half of the field at all times, 3 on the offensive half, and the other 3 are allowed wherever they want. When an opponent has the ball or is in with 5 yards of the ball, a player can body check them. A body check is contact from the front between the waist and shoulders. You can also stick check a player in an attempt to release the ball from their stick. When a player with the ball or the ball itself go out of bounds, the opposing team gets the ball unless it was a shot. If it was a shot, then the team with the player closest to the ball when it went out of bounds gains possession. There are also penalties in the game too. If a player commits a penalty, they will go to the penalty box. They will serve a penalty between 1 to 3 minutes depending on how severe. The team will then play man down until that penalty time is served. Lacrosse penalties include tripping, unnecessary roughness, cross-checking, slashing, or illegal body check. If a player racks up 5+ minutes of penalties in one game, then they are ejected. In conclusion, lacrosse is a sport rich with tradition and culture. The sport is gaining popularity every day, and there are more and more chances to go out and play. So go out, grab a lacrosse stick, and go have some fun.